Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from Inkybutterfly.com. Thank you so much for joining me again today for another card making video, and this one is a die cutting theme for our Stamp Around UK video hop. So in the description you will see lots of links to other demos who have participated in this hop and produced some videos along this theme. So I'm sure they'll have used all sorts of different items for this. I mean, we have a wealth of dies at our disposal across our catalogues and online exclusives, and of course Celebration is on at the moment as well, so loads and loads to play with. So it'll be interesting to see what everybody else has made. And all those links will be in the description. Please do hop through, give them some likes, subscribes, and some love, because it all helps us build up our communities on our YouTube channels, and all helps us along. So in addition to that, I've used a couple of different colour combo inspirations as well. So this particular sample that I'm going to show you and we're going to recreate in different colours uses Lemon Lolly, Blackberry Bliss, Highland Heather and Old Olive, and this is the SU Colour Challenge combination, which was actually for January, and it's the 1st of February, so I've snuck it in just to say that was that colour combo. So we'll have to see what February's combo is like. I'm sure it'll be lovely, they always are. And I've used the beautiful butterflies, I know you're surprised, to do my card today, and it's reasonably simple to do, but obviously the die cuts do all the work to add some dimension, and then there's a die that will also cut out the sentiment too. Okay, so other than that, it's reasonably flat, so easy to post. I didn't put any extra embellishments or ribbon on it, but of course you can jazz this up to suit your needs. Okay, so I'm going to replicate this. So this is Beautiful Butterflies, great big stamp here. I've used this loads of times already, absolutely love it, and you've got some great sentiments too, and the dies are awesome too. I was thinking we could do a similar thing with these filigree kind of style butterflies, and you could probably get more on a sheet. You potentially could get 3 in a row, maybe adjust the size of the panel and that, but it's another option if you wanted something a little bit more fancy. Okay, but I wanted to go with nice, quick, easy, not too much fiddly gluing or anything, so I opted for the stamp with the coordinating die just to curate those butterflies and the sentiment obviously in the middle. Okay, I haven't done my inside panel. That was one of my resolutions, to do the inside panel. Maybe I'll do that along with everything else. In fact, I might just grab another piece of, this is 3.5 by 5.25, these panels. I might pre-cut them and get them ready to go, so we could do that at the end and get both of those filled in. So if I leave those out, hopefully I will remember. Okay, so the combo for what we're going to make today, or with you guys, is Petal Pink. So I'm going to use that subtle colour for the card base, okay, which kind of reflects what I've done. The darker colour in the combo that we're using is Moody Mauve, which is one of the in colours that will be retiring this year in the summer. And then obviously I've got the basic white panel there, which, like I say, is 3.5 by 5.25, so this is just 1/8 of an inch bigger. So I've got a bit more of a sort of a muted colour palette here. And then our third colour is Coastal Cabana. So this is what we're going to use for our butterflies. So I've already die cut some ahead of time, because obviously I need 6 of these, and I don't think you really want me to watch me do all of that. You will get the idea, and those of you who've watched me before will have seen me do lots of that. So we'll pop those things to one side just for the moment, and I might put those there so I don't forget. Okay, And so I've got one of these butterflies already stamped. We need to get that die cut. But we also need the sentiment. So there isn't a fourth colour in this combination, so I'm going to go back to Moody Mauve as sort of the darker colour in that trio to stamp the sentiment. You do sometimes find that the letters kind of get little puddles of ink inside them. I'm not going to worry about it. But obviously if it bothers you, you can kind of use a tool or a cocktail stick or something like that to gently sort of move that ink away. And we'll line up this nice die over the top to get that die cut, and we'll put that onto our cutting plate ready to go. These particular dies would go through the mini cut and emboss if you've got the mini, but the larger dies in the set will not. And then for the butterflies, it's Coastal Cabana, but I did this for the other one as well with the Highland Heather. I actually use second generation ink, so just on some scrap paper, I'm going to ink up the stamp, take off that first image, and then just use the residual ink there to stamp it. And you may not get a perfect image when you use the second generation ink, but actually I don't mind that, especially not for this particular make that we're doing today. Okay, so here's the coordinating die for that image. So we are going to have to run it through twice, but I think twice is a reasonable ask. Just to hold fire for a second. So this is what we're aiming for, so I can get the sentiment and that one butterfly done in one pass. Plenty of room on this plate to do that, so we'll just get that done, and we will just take that out, and we can remove that and pop it over the top of the next one. Press that into place. I'll get that out in a minute and roll this one through. Love die cutting. Those of you who watch me regularly will know I love my die cut machine. It has permanent place on my desk so that it's there and ready and available for me to use. I think if things are tucked away, you are less likely to use them. Oh, that's just cut through that little bit of tape, so we'll just make sure that comes off. Dies go onto my little magnetic thingy just to keep them in one place and safe, so they don't go walkies. So there's our sentiments then. And we will need some dimensionals, of course. And again, those of you who know me know I love these too. Very quick and easy way to add a touch of luxury in a very simple way. So for the butterflies, we're actually going to put a couple of those behind on the bodies, just to give them that extra bit of security and stability. Okay, you could shape them a little bit, but if it's going in the post, they'll squish anyway, so I decided not to do that this time. I thought we'll just leave them flat. And these dimensional backs are actually really easy to take off as well. So before we get too carried away with getting all those off, just thought I'd do it while it was in my hand. It's going to be easier obviously to manipulate this panel when it's all glued together, so we're going to just use some Stampin' Seal to layer this up. So it's only a skinny border, so just line up your three sort of top edge, bottom edge and here. Just get those three lined up and gently drop that down, and hopefully you've cut it right and it's all going to be nice and square. that will do. Okay, now it's up to you whether you decide to you could glue this on now as well, so that you don't have to try and apply adhesive to something with lots of texture on. So let's do that this time round. We'll do this, and again looking to get those 3 borders. For me, I'm looking on the right hand side and holding it in my left hand because I am left-handed. So once I think with those 3, gosh, someone's got a squeaky car outside. Once I've got those 3 lined up, the top should work itself out. Okay, and we've got the rest of our butterflies in here ready to go. So we want 2 at the bottom, so we want to look to get these nice and spaced out. So on the original card, before I took all the backings off, I kind of laid them out and worked out where they were going to go, because the last thing you want to do is start sticking things down and realise you've run out of room. Okay, so basically we're aiming for about 1/8 of an inch from the bottom, a bit less on either side. That's how I did it, but obviously if you use a different size panel, that might be different for you, so you might have to just work out, like I say, I call it dry build. Before you take any backings off your die cuts, just play around with it and see what's going to work. Okay, an alternative way to get around that, so I'm going to reverse that and flip them round, and then the next 2, so long as they line up, won't look odd. Okay, so I'm going to take that to about there, and just eyeballing that those bodies look like they're going in the right direction and not wonky. The alternative way to do this is to stick them down and then cut your panel to size afterwards, which can be a bit tricky when you've got texture, but if you're sticking them flat, that's a little easier as well. So there's a few different ways that you could achieve a similar look, and of course it doesn't have to be butterflies, it could be flowers, could be anything, right? So this is obviously a serving suggestion from me. This is going to look really odd because I'm doing this upside down, but as I say, it kind of makes sense to me to have things laid out that's going to make it easier. Why make it hard for yourself, right? I say no extra embellies today. We're just going to go with the die cuts and let them do the work. And to all intents and purposes, that's a reasonably simple card, I would say. So insides then, I think, so what have we got? We've got the, let's bring in, now I didn't get out the petal pink ink because I didn't think I was going to use it, but I think the petal pink ink, sounds funny, would be good for the inside alongside the Coastal Cabana. Might need a bit of scrap paper. Oops. I've just flung scrap paper everywhere. So again, I think we'll use some second generation. Oh, there was a bit of Coastal Cabana still on the side of that. I hadn't cleaned it off as well as I thought I might. But that don't matter. Hey, it's handmade, right? Handmade. Might just quickly wipe that residual ink off, and then I think I'll use full strength Coastal Cabana there, just to give that inside panel the look that I want. So let's put that away, and then for our other card, what are we going to need? We're going to need Lemon Lolly, and Highland Heather. So let's do that. Now the lemon lolly is really pale. Anyway, but it is quite bright. Yeah, we are going to stamp it off. Yeah, it's still quite bright even with the stamped off piece. Lemon lolly and Highland Heather. So we'll do what we did with the other one, and we'll go full on with this one and really make that pop. Lovely. You could add the third colour in if you wanted to, but you know, sometimes less is more. So let's pop that away, and we can pop these inside our cards, and they will be done in their entirety. So some seal on that one, some seal on this one, and we'll get those popped inside. So there we go, 2 colour combinations. Used there to you could have used a little speckle stamp as well, actually, to enhance that. I don't know where that little piece of something has come from, but hey ho, it's fine. 2 different colour combinations inspired by other challenges. The colour combination I was working with there live was the Creative Colour Challenge for this week, which you'll find over, there'll be a link to it in the description. So SU Colour Challenges, Janice, who organises this one, she helps out with that one, and it's Vicky that does the Creative Colour Challenge. So other demos doing their bit to help with inspiration, and then I've been able to use that to form my own inspiration to give to you guys. And then obviously the main focus here is our Stamp Around UK video hop featuring die cutting. I've die cut these lovely butterflies for you, and it will be great for you to then hop through and see what everyone else has made. I can't wait to see what everyone else has made, because I don't know what they've done either. So it'll be a journey for me too as I hop through that. So I hope you really enjoyed that, and it's given you some ideas. Do stay safe, take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.